morning students. Welcome back to online class. Today we are going to discuss the continuation of the third unit. Measurement of atmospheric pressure. The instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure is called barometer. A mercury barometer first designed by an Italian physicist Torricelli. It consists of a long glass tube. So this is a glass tube, okay. So let us consider a long glass tube filled with mercury and turned upside down into a container of mercury. This is done by closing the open end of the mercury filled tube with the thumb and then opening it after immersing it into a trough of mercury. See the figure also. Okay. Now the barometer works by balancing the mercury in the glass tube against the outside air pressure. Already we know what is the atmospheric pressure is needed. So if the air pressure increases, it pushes more of the mercury up into the tube. And if the air pressure decreases, so which one here decreases? The atmospheric air pressure decreases, the more of the mercury drains from the tube. As there is no air trapped in the space between the mercury and the closed end, it's nothing but we have to take it as a vacuum. So vacuum cannot exert any pressure. Already we know that is needed. So the level of mercury in the tube provides a precise pressure of air pressure, which is called atmospheric pressure. This type of instrument can be used in the lab or weather station. So this is the construction and working of mercury barometer. So what is given here? The air pressure is increases. Then what about the mercury in the tube? It pushes more of the mercury up into the tube. So the pressure it increases. Now the mercury level is increases in the tube. Okay. Now the air pressure, the atmospheric pressure decreases. So what happens in the mercury in the tube? The more of the mercury drains from the valve in the tube. It comes out. Okay. So there is no air trapped inside in between the mercury and the closed end. So this is the vacuum in that space. It's needed. So already we know that the vacuum cannot exert any pressure. So the level of the mercury in the tube provides the measure of air pressure, which is called as which one? Atmospheric pressure. It's an important 5-mark question. You should draw the figure also. Okay. So one typical day at a sea level, the height of the mercury column you have to take as 760 millimeter. The height of the mercury column. Now let us calculate the pressure due to the mercury column of 760 millimeter, which is equal to the 1 atmospheric pressure. The density of the mercury is 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. So what is the height of the mercury column is given 760 millimeter. Now the density of the mercury is 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. If you know these values, we can find out what is the value of 1 atmospheric pressure. But already in the last class we have derived what is the formula in the pressure in the liquid column. We know that formula is stated, that is P is equal to H rho into G. What is H? The height of the mercury column. What is rho? The density of the mercury. And what is G? Acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So P is equal to H rho G. Now you got to substitute the values. H value is given 760 millimeter. I am writing here H is equal to 760 millimeter. 1 millimeter is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter. So what you have to write? H is equal to 760 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay. And here the density of the mercury is given. That is rho is equal to 13,600 kilogram meter power minus 3. What is the value of acceleration due to gravity? It is a constant value, isn't it? That is g is equal to 9.8 meters second power minus 2. The values are substituted and it is multiplied. It gives the answer is 1.013 into 10 power 5. The unit is Pascal, or we can write Newton meter power minus 2. Both are same, is Newton meter power minus 2. Okay. So this pressure is called 1 atmospheric pressure. How we can write the 1 atmospheric pressure? It is denoted by the symbol is ATM. Okay, 1 atmospheric pressure. There is also the another unit called bar. That is also is used to express the such high values of pressure. Already we know that 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to which one? 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01 into 10 power 5 Pascal. So we can say what is 1 bar? 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 Pascal. Now we can say what is 1 atmospheric pressure in the terms of bar. So we can write 1.013 bar because 10 power 5 Pascal is equal to bar. So the expressing the value in kilopascal gives that is 101.3 kilopascal. This means that on each 1 meter square of surface, the force acting is 1.013 kilonewton. This is the meaning. Okay, it is an important 5-mark question. Explain the construction and working of mercury barometer. I hope you understand. Okay, now let us move on to the gauge pressure and absolute pressure. In our daily activities are happening in the atmospheric pressure. We are so used to that we do not even realize. When tire pressure and blood pressure are measured using the instruments only we have to call as gauges. They show the pressure over the atmospheric pressure. Hence, the absolute pressure is 0 referenced against a perfect vacuum and gauge pressure is 0 referenced against the atmospheric pressure. So, the absolute pressure is 0 reference against which one? It's a perfect vacuum. And gauge pressure is 0 referenced against the atmospheric pressure. For pressure higher than the atmospheric pressure, we can find out what is the absolute pressure. So the absolute pressure is equal to sum of the atmospheric pressure and to the gauge pressure. So the sum of these two pressure values is only is given as the which value? The absolute pressure, where the pressure higher than the atmospheric pressure. Suppose the pressure lower than the atmospheric pressure, we can find out the absolute pressure. The difference between the atmospheric pressure and the gauge pressure. So what is the formula? Absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure minus gauge pressure. Okay, and see the figure. This is the scuba divers with a special protecting equipment is needed. So we have seen that the liquid column exerts pressure. So the pressure inside the sea will be more. Already we know that once the depth is increases. This is more than twice the atmospheric pressure. Parts of our body, especially blood vessels and soft tissues, cannot withstand such high pressure. Hence, scuba divers always wear the special shoes and equipments to protect them because the liquid column exerts more pressure. So the depth is increases in the sea level, the pressure is automatically increases. So in our body, the parts of our body, especially blood vessels and soft tissues, cannot withstand such high pressure. That's why the scuba divers always wear the suitable suit. It is one of the important 2-mark question. Okay. I hope you understand, ma. Thank you, students.